There we go. It helps to have the mic input on the right source, doesn't it? There we go. You can probably hear me now. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome back to F1 Manager 22. Welcome back to the Racing Games channel. I am Mark. You'd think by now I'd be good at this, but apparently not. Yep, okay. Can be heard now. Awesome. So yeah, we got a triple header ahead of us today. I'll talk about update 1.8 again in a second. But we got a triple header ahead of us. Yes, thank you, chat. Should be able to hear me now. That's all good. Got a triple header. We got the Belgian Grand Prix, of course, at Spa. We got the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, and we got the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. So I'm going to try and speed run this this intro here so we can get into the first race. There's a couple of other little admin bits I want to do between races. I believe after last week's stream, I did in fact take a penalty for both drivers for replacing parts. So I'm pretty sure whatever happens in Spa for qualifying, we're going to be starting at the back. Audio is good. Thank you. Yep. I've been making content on and off for nearly 10 years now, and I still mess up the audio from time to time. It is one of those things, unfortunately. But yeah, update 1.8. It's changed a few things in the game. The most obvious is the tyres. Tyre degradation is now more of a thing, and I believe there are differences now in deltas with tyres as well. So all the hard work that we've done in the previous weeks, sort of memorising how the tyres work, that's all out the window now. But never mind, we live and we learn. I'm actually kind of looking forward to racing with a blank canvas now, just to see how different it is and the kind of impact it will have. I believe two stoppers are now the meta, which is good because that's where things can change. Also, talking about stuff between races, we've got some scouting here. So we've got Battery Voltas here, Valtteri Bottas, obviously. Where did I start calling him that? It was something to do with energy management, I think. Oh, it's because of Hungary last year, where he took out basically half the grid on the first corner. So I started calling him Battering Ram and then Battery Voltas. It's just one of those things. We could potentially bring him in. This is to replace Logan Sargent, by the way. This is to accompany Albon. So Bottas, rated 87, 32 years old. Compare that to Pierre, rated 84, but he's only 26 years old. So he's 6 years younger, and he's only 3 rated less. It's possible to bring Gasly in. Growth potential is average. Aggression average. That was one of his problems at Red Bull. He wasn't aggressive enough, but I think that's definitely no longer the case. He seems to be a very aggressive driver. He's one of the only drivers I've ever seen to pull off an overtake in Monaco. So I think he could be a good one. He has, of course, got a race win under his belt as well, winning in Monza in 2020. I think Gasly, if we were to bring someone in, but I might wait until after the Belgian Grand Prix. We'll give Logan one more race to see what he can do. Oh, we've refurbished the boardroom as well. That was something else they were moaning. I don't know why it's my job to refurbish the boardroom, but it is. But they should be happy now. So yeah, car-wise, I believe it was a new ERS system for Logan. And I think it might be the same for Albon. Yeah. So they've both got new ERS systems, and that results in a penalty. But I believe it's only a 5-place penalty. So we're starting at the back. I'm pretty certain of that. But yeah, I want to kind of speed run these races. I'm going to say speed run a lot as well. It's an annoying habit of mine. I want to speed through these opening 2 races at least, and then put some devotion into the final one. Yep. Tour Centre, poor condition. My goodness. Again, I don't think this should be my job, but sure, whatever. Memorabilia room, is that? Yeah, apparently that needs a refurbish as well. $250,000. I know Williams have been successful in the past, but you'd think the memorabilia room would be cheaper to refurb in recent years. My goodness. Staff facilities, everything looks fine. Car development. I mean, we could start working on some other things. Yeah, we'll do that as well. Start investing in the future of the team. Cool. Back to inbox. Yeah, alrighty then. Race prep. So we're going to do 3 races today. That's what I keep trying to say. Normally we do 2. This week we're doing 3. It's the European triple header. We have been in Europe for the last couple of weeks anyway, but this one is back-to-back-to-back races, which is always exciting. So first off, qualifying position, 15th or above. Finish position, 15th or above. And then the finish position streak, which we still haven't got. We did it once in Canada, and then the next week we finished, was it like 18th and 19th or something? And then, yeah. But here we go then, off to Spa, which is a good track. I'm very happy to see it remain on the calendar for next year. However, whenever I watch a race now, I kind of just look at it and think, what would I change to make this track better? Spa is one where it's too long, in my opinion. I feel like they could shorten it, but it's a question of where. So that might be something we look at today as well. Sorry, Crofty, we haven't got time for you, I'm afraid. Alrighty, so first and foremost, we're going to switch out Albon for Aitken for P1. So I was informed last week that Albon, because he's the more experienced driver, his track acclimatization goes up quicker. Therefore, it makes more sense to swap him out for Aitken. Plus, he's technically in the better car, I think. So, that does make sense to me. I think. Again, if someone can reaffirm that in the chat for me, that would be great. If not, you know, never mind. Do our usual trick then. Ah, yes, there we go. Grid penalty. That's fine. I might start as well using old parts in practice. I've been avoiding it so far, but I see a lot of people are doing that, and it is a thing you can do. So I'm not too I'm not too against the idea of doing that, I should say. Leclerc and Alonso have got penalties as well, which is interesting, and Mick has a penalty, which is very good for us because that means he should qualify in a similar position. I don't know what happened to Aitken here, but Logan wasn't too far off the pace. The two Astons miles away still. 59 and 50. I think that's the highest it's been for a while, actually. Don't mind that. Alright, car parts, that's fine. Setup. Let's have a quick look. So, straights and oversteer seem to be the two. Question is, how do you... There we go. Do it this way, and then we'll move the anti-roll back a little bit, and then this back a little bit as well. And maybe a little bit on the toe as well. There we go. Run plan, up to 20 laps. Good stuff. Albon, 50%. We've got a little bit more work to do for him. I mean, the rear wing angle would be one of the first things I would change here. Already that's made a big difference, actually, so I could just leave it at that. There we go. Don't want to change his driving style. My second screen's doing that weird thing again here as well. Hopefully that comes back. Would be nice to read the chat. Sim. Confirm. There we go, we're back. Good afternoon, Tom. Hope you're doing well. Anyone else picked up penalties? I think it's just... Yeah, just us five still. A little bit closer to the pack this time. Logan slower than Albon now. We have split the Astons as well, which is a little concerning. 66 each. That's good. Don't mind that either.
We return for the next...
Sorry, Crofty. Again, very profound, I'm sure. Very thought-provoking, but just haven't got the time to listen. Go on hards for the setup here then. So it's straights still that need changing. I mean, that's not a bad way of doing it. If we did something like that and then move the anti-roll to kind of there. And then the toe, possibly. I mean, I don't want to lose the traction, but... Yeah. So the advice last week was to move these into the center, I believe. But I think we'll just stick with this for now. My screen's doing that thing again. I don't know what's going on. Apologies if I'm not responding to chat. It's purely because I can't see the chat right now. I'll get that fixed at some point, I'm sure. Okay, let's go with something like this. That keeps pretty much everything else where it is, except for traction, which does move, which I think would work well. Let's go. Manage. Go.
Radio check. Radio check.
When switch parts, doesn't that mess up car part climatization? It does, I imagine. Yes, you're right. But at the same time, it preserves them. So, I think it's a bit of swings and roundabouts on that one. Let's just speed up time a little bit. We'll watch one lap. And then otherwise, I think we'll go into to overdrive here. Whoops, wrong way. Here we go then, out of La Source, up towards Radion and Eau Rouge. Everyone remember which one's Radion and which one's Eau Rouge? I'm going to get it wrong now, I'm sure. They've got the new grandstand there on the left as well, actually. That's a neat feature. Down the Kemmel Straight, DRS wide open. And then into all the corners that I don't know the names of. This is the something chicane. I know that much. And then up here somewhere is... Oh, man. I don't know the corners at... Well, I know the first few and the last couple. And that's it. So, La Source, Eau Rouge, Radion, Kemmel Straight. And then you've got the bus stop chicane at the end, which I think does have another name, but I don't think anyone refers to it by that name. At this point, I have no idea what this part of the track is called. I am going to grab some screenshots as we're going along, though, just for video thumbnails. It's actually very difficult to get screenshots in this game because of all the UI. I might have a quick look in a second just to see if I can actually turn off the UI. So this is a part of the track I would change. It's easy to say I would straighten this section up and turn it into a DRS straight. But at the same time, it would be cool if there were 3 DRS straights at Spa. Especially as the pit straight, it's really... Like, you're not going to get that many overtakes done down here if you're not in a Red Bull. Plus, you're coming out of such a slow corner, the DRS doesn't do anything anyway. Alright, let's stick it into that. I just want to have a look here. Controls. That's not what I was looking for. I was wondering if there was a way to turn off the UI. If there was a keyboard command that turns off the UI. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of be grabbing screenshots as we go around here. I'd love to get one. Going up the hill. Last one is blurry as anything. Actually, it might not look too bad. That'd be a good one. There we go, down the Kemmel Straight. Alright, we'll speed up time a little bit now. No changes to Spa. Really? You like Spa the way it is? I must admit, I do like it as a track. I just think, like this section here, imagine if that, or even up to the bus stop chicane itself, if this here was a DRS zone as well, and then have one activation point, or one detection point that then works for this section and also the pit straight, I think that would work well. Just some more overtaking, because we noticed this year, Kemmel Straight, there's lots of opportunities for overtaking, but otherwise there isn't really much you can do around the lap.
Car in the wall.
Car in the wall.
Single yellow.
Let's check this out. Who crashed?
There's been a crash.
Signs. Oh, he's not having a good time, is he?
The Ferrari.
I bet you he's continued, though.
And that's an off.
Oh, wow. He just went straight on. If he doesn't retire, then that's something I think should be looked at. Because imagine that crash in real life. That's a multi-G impact. That's a multi-tens of G impact. That would hurt. Oh, I love Spa too. I do love Spa. It's a fun track to drive. It's a very fun track. Apart from Radion and Eau Rouge, when you're in your My Team car in Season 1. At that point, it's lift and coast and just hope that you've got the traction needed to get up that hill in one piece. Either that or you just cut the corner completely and hope you don't get penalised for it. But otherwise, yeah, it's a fun track.
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing
Just
any
like to
more.
see overtaking. That's all I care about in F1 at the moment, really. I don't mind who wins or loses as such. I just want to see some overtaking. Oh,
How does it feel?
he's in 71.
Car's
That's
very
pretty
neutral.
good. So it's still
Copy that.
straights. I think that, and then maybe some camber just to balance that out a little bit. Oversteer. Oh, there you go. Make a little bit of that, and then a little bit of anti-roll. Maybe a bit of camber adjustment. That could work. That brings us well within where we need to be. Call Albon in now as well. I think Sainz, yeah, heavy impact. He'll certainly feel that. That's for sure. That was an almighty whack. My God, what have I just done to my hair as well? Yeah. 72. We're very close as well. Traction. Oh, actually, what do we change? Cornering maybe? Oh, braking stability is outside optimum. So maybe we look at a little bit of that. So what's that? That's anti-roll, isn't it? Or camber. How annoying. It has to be the one. Oh, actually, yeah, that works. We might have a good one here for Albon. Takes 4 minutes to adjust that still. I don't know why, but it does. Right, Logan's ready. Off you go. We'll watch his deltas for a bit. Albon not too bad right now, 17th. If he can clock some faster times, that'd be great. He is a little bit behind on the old track acclimatization, of course. We would quite like him to stay out and just rack up the laps. He's actually giving Logan a bit of a tow right now as well. Well, I don't think he's actually helping. Russell running wide. Maybe he's helping. Where are they? Kemmel straight. Might be a little too close together there. I don't know. We'll see what the times do. I mean, they're both weighed down with fuel right now anyway, so. Albon's dropped to 18th. He's not far off Stroll. They're getting some good speed actually down that last section. 300 and... Actually, that might be the Kemmel straight again. 320 kph I saw there.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Russell spinning. Wow, he's not having a good day, George. He's had a spin. He's had another... Was it a lock-up or running wide? It's not George's day today. How are we doing? Albon's a long way behind
Did
schedule.
someone run wide there?
Logan's almost there. There he is. We're going to bring him in, stick him on some softs, see if we can send him out again.
Sounds like there's been contact.
Oh, crash involving
Let's take a
multiple
closer look.
cars. It's always worth watching. So who's this? I think that's Gasly. The Alpha goes off, smashes into Gasly. Is that Gasly? Yeah, he's Gasly. That's potentially my drive. In fact, if that was Bottas and Gasly, that's going to be awkward. Right, here comes Logan. Alex stays out. He's not far off, but he is going to run out of time.
Virtual safety car ending.
84. Lovely. Right. In that case, we're just going to slap some softs on, and around you go. How long's left? 2.5 minutes. Ish. Well, 2:55. Why do I always... What's the point of guessing? Just go with the number on the screen. Logan, off you go. We'll see what his deltas do. As for Albon...
What do you think?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, we haven't got time to Joel, we might as well just leave him out. Oh, another crash.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single
Ocon.
car. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay.
This could
so
affect
there
him
we
in
have the
qualifying.
LP.
Again, I don't actually know if that's in the game or not. He just did what
Clearly
Sainz did.
something
Oh,
went
something flew up then as well. And yet, he's not out of the session. Maybe they go in sideways, or... I don't know, though. To me, that's a crash is a crash, right? It shouldn't matter which way you go in. He should have lost his front wing there.
Okay, and all the way to 0. All the way to 0. Car off.
Why is he stopping? Surely not. He actually went round before the... Yeah, he did set time. 17th. Not bad. Albon's still last, but hopefully his car setup confidence is pretty high. I think that shows how pacey the car can actually be when we stick the softs on. I think Albon would probably be up here somewhere. 77. Oh, we got him above 75 at least. And 84. And his track acclimatization got up to 85 as well. So we went a million miles off. I think Logan's going to be the one to watch in this race. Miami's in this game, yep. And Kota obviously is. Vegas isn't, because that's next year. 10 place grid penalties, not 5 like I thought. Maybe I changed more than one thing. I might have changed... I want to say gearbox as well, but possibly not. I don't actually know what I would have changed then. Weird. Is there any point of changing anything here? Absolutely not. And also, car parts... Ooh. Do you know what? If we're already penalised... Is it worth changing? I don't think we can get a new engine for this. But we could try. Right? Is this manipulating the system? And a new gearbox. Hopefully that doesn't mess up. I know there was a bug previously with adding new parts. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up. We might as well do the same thing for Albon then. I'll have a look at the setup here, see if there's anything we could have changed. I don't think there is. I think maybe the traction needed to be a little bit more perfect. Braking stability is outside of the optimum range, but I don't want to mess around with that right now. You do need a new engine as well. So, screw it, let's do it. That's what I always say. And a gearbox. I don't know if you can refurb existing parts. Maybe you can. But for this race, I mean, we're starting at the back no matter what we do. So let's just go for it, I'd say. It's going to refresh my... Wow, my YouTube page just went into overdrive then. Start quali. Yeah. More penalties, that's fine. Manage Q1. Let's go.
Radio check.
Alright, out you go, Logan. And just as he appears...
It's green now.
We'll just do it now. Send out Albon. One of the Mercedes has gone out early. Russell. So Russell is going to give Sargent a nice little tow here. We might as well ride on board with Logan for this quali run, just to watch. Yeah, that's going to be a nice little tow. Here we go then, around the bus stop chicane. And away. Moving diagonally across the pit straight down towards La Source, which now has a gravel trap there on the left. It hasn't been updated in game yet, which is fine. You know, again, it doesn't have to be exact. Not that it makes a difference here anyway, because, you know, if your car hits a gravel trap in this game, it doesn't affect you. Might affect your driver a little bit. They'll probably grind to a halt, but that's about it. There are slow cars in front of us, so I think the AI has been changed as well as part of the update. So that's a good opportunity to see what that's like. Yellow flag in sector 1. If that's behind us, then that's fine.
Who's running wide there?
It's Sonoda, who I think is behind us. So I don't think that yellow flag affected us. Green sectors, which is good, but they're not purple. So I imagine George is setting purple sectors right now. In fact, we can check that. Yeah, George setting purples. There's a very slow Red Bull in front of us here. He needs to get out of the way. Should get out of the way now. Or at least round this corner. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. We've still got green sectors. I mean, it's the first lap, so I don't know how we wouldn't have green sectors, but still. Yuki's doing alright still, by the looks of things. McLaren in the way. Might as well grab some screenshots as well while we're here. Logan currently second. Albon coming through. Yeah, Albon into second. Yeah, I think so far. Yuki not faster, but it did go wide. There goes the Red Bull now. I don't know whether we held them up or not. I'd have loved to have held them up, but I doubt it. Doubt it somehow. We are starting to tumble. Okay. So I think we'll send them out on new softs. Parts-wise, nothing worth changing. Confidence is all fine. Confirm that. Albon coming in now. Leclerc going for a little spin. I'll save him the indignity. Why is Albon so far behind, actually? That's an interesting... Logan got round very quick there. Compared to Alex. Don't know if I missed something then. Alrighty, so you're going to go out on new softs as well. We're not going to change anything else. Going to wait for the track to go a little bit quieter. I think around this area, if not this area, will be when we send them out. So I might gamble now and send them both out.
We've just had a crash on the track.
Gasly with a crash.
Take a look now.
Fills you with
Now look at
confidence,
this.
doesn't it?
It's Pierre
The
Gasly.
driver you're trying to hire. Crashed on turn 1. Oh, he locked up.
Dear me.
Oof.
They won't have been expecting that.
So again, when they bounce off the barriers like that, you assume that's a
But the team had
DNF.
such high
They're not going to
hopes
finish
today.
the session.
What a
And
shame.
yet, I guarantee you, he'll limp that back, change the front wing, and he'll be out again. I know he is actually out. Never mind. What do I know? I'm just a keen idiot who plays this game. Okay, Albon is on his out lap. We'll watch him from the sidelines here. That's a nice shot, if that worked. I think it did. Down the pit straight. Oh God, 3 different cameras there. To La Source. Around turn 1 nicely. Logan's miles ahead right now, so we're not going to get a tow. We are actually through right now, but Leclerc hasn't gone yet. Let's get the actual times up rather than the deltas. So we're 2.6 off signs and 2.7 off signs. We're 4 tenths, well 3.5 tenths slower than Ricciardo. We are 4 tenths slower than Ocon. I don't think we're going to find 4 tenths on this lap. We are going faster. But that is quite an ask. At least we're going out early. So whatever happens, they have to beat us. And if there's a yellow flag or a red flag even, that could play nicely into our hands. Although I doubt it. We'll be relying on quite a lot of things happening. What I love is we have got this big open track, and we'll also be on our cooldown laps. as they're coming around to do their flying laps. So you never know, we might slow them down that way. Did I time that right? I don't think I did. I think I got that wrong. There we go. And that's a nice one. Right there. Might be a bit of motion blur, but never mind. Alex actually shaved off nearly 2/10 then. Logan, not a bad time save. Maybe we should have put them on a 2-lapper here. But then we would have gotten a lot slower on the first lap. Here come the fast cars. I think we're actually too far in front of them now for them to catch us. Let's see what happens. Leclerc's going to go faster, so that might knock out Logan. But the others, Vettel and Stroll shouldn't be going faster. Gasly's out, so he's not setting another time. So it's just, what does Tsunoda do? And in fact, Vettel's taken the checkered flag. So if Stroll pulls the best lap of his life out of nowhere... Oh, Tsunoda. Tsunoda went 8th. Never mind. I think Tsunoda's just knocked us out of Q1. There we go. So close. 16th. 16th and 17th. That then does drop us down to the bottom. Once the penalties kick in, of course. Although Valtteri, I don't think had a penalty before, but does now. Yeah. And then Albon and Logan, of course. Alrighty then, to the race.
It's time for the...
Sorry, Crofty. Still not interested. So this is where things are going to get interesting now, because the strategy is now different. The tyres are now different. They perform differently. It's just a question of what do I think we can get away with. Personally, I'm thinking a 2-stopper here. I'm thinking maybe start on softs, switch to something like hards, and then flick back to softs again towards the end. Let's see how that goes. So start on softs. Lap, I don't know. Let's move this up for a start. So I think like lap 35, we switch back to softs. And then we can just cane these tyres. So if we do 10 on softs, switch to hards, and we can probably go relatively aggressive on those. And then just really attack these tyres again at the end. Maybe if we start off more like this. And then we could potentially push these on a little bit harder. I think we do this for Logan. Or maybe we put Logan on mediums at the end. And then we shorten his run at the start to 10. We will have to knock his hards. I'm trying to do it so that they don't stop at the same time. This could work, and then we could really attack those mediums. Either that, or we pull this back a lot more and get him to stop earlier. I'm going to go with that for Logan. It might be really dumb, but I think this isn't a bad strategy. It means we can really push. Actually, if I edit this just a little bit more, if we bring that back to like lap 10, not that one, sorry, that one, and just really push on the tyres at the start, that could work. Alex, on the other hand, I think we do soft, hard, soft. I think we push him to... Wait. Where does... So Logan comes in on 10. So I think we pit Alex on like 11. And then we push him on the hards for a little bit longer. So let's say we went full out on the softs. Relatively aggressive. Oops, that's the wrong one. Relatively aggressive on the hards. And then all out on the softs again. So you're coming in on 35. When does Logan... Logan comes in on 32. So we are going longer on the hards. But I like this. I like this as an option. It means we go a lot harder on the tyres. We are going to overfuel the car again just to experiment and see what that does. And then for ERS, we're going to go full deploy to begin with. Albon, same thing. And then this, we're going to go like that, and like that. Alright. I think we're ready to go racing. So starting 19th and 20th. Let's get ready to flick over here.
It's looking like a cloudy day.
Oh, it could rain. That's something I didn't check.
It's the Belgian Grand Prix.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Goodbye camera.
Lights out.
And away we go.
Away we go.
Alright, straight away on board with Albon. I want to have a look at this weather. We're not forecast any rain. But there is a percentage chance. 40 at the start here. And it does tick into 40. And even here 35. We might have rain around this part of the race. But we'll see what happens. Already Albon's jumped Gasly.
Good job.
Flying up behind Mick here as well. My goodness. Okay, Albon might be on one here.
New position, just gained by Williams.
Good to see. He's not going to get much done here, and then this part of the lap, basically all overtaking opportunities are gone. Maybe down the hill here he might get something done. He's having a look. Just couldn't quite plant his foot enough. And even down, not this bit, but the next part of the downhill, he might have an opportunity. Stroll's moved out of Schumacher's way there. Interesting. So they're basically going too wide for the rest of this lap. Well, Mick did retreat there somewhat. Logan's keeping pace with Gasly, but not really doing anything to get past him. Come on, push. Push, Alex. Ignore the fact that that Haas just went from one side of the track to the other in like a nanosecond. Oh, up the inside there. Or up the outside there. Nearly punted the back of Stroll. Got the inside line here. And away you go. Come on. If you can get Stroll on the inside of turn 1 here as well, that'd be great. He's done it as well, look at that. And he's forced him wide. That is very, very nice driving there from Alex. Very nice driving indeed. And now he's got the slipstream here on Vettel. We're not even in DRS zone yet, and we've already got a couple of overtakes done. Here he goes. I think he moves out the slipstream a little too early there. The aero in this game still isn't 100% perfect. But that late braking was. He's keeping his foot planted now as well. Not like in France where he backed off. He's made up, what, 4 places in the opening 2 laps. Very nice. So what's everyone else started on here? Let's have a look. There's a couple of other soft runners. Mostly mediums. Be interesting to see what the strategy is. The AI might still be going for a 1-stopper. We nearly made the 2-stop work last week in Hungary, so I wanted to give it another go. Someone's run wide. Who was that?
I think we've had a car
Ocon.
run wide.
Ocon's now running last. Alright, we'll give it a little bit of a push to try and catch up to Ricciardo here. We're 1.4 down on him right now. But otherwise, I think we're going to set... Maybe not you, because you still need to defend a little bit. But we're going to set you back to neutral. DRS is enabled. Logan's right up behind Gasly. Just can't quite make it happen. We'll see what he does up Eau Rouge. The update so far, I've not really noticed radical changes, but the little things here and there. It feels to me like the drivers, like there, it feels to me like my drivers are a little bit braver. Whether it's they've got more confidence in the setup in this particular race weekend or what, there's definitely more happening there. That's a really nice overtake from Logan.
That's it.
I'll set him back to neutral now as well. And here we go.
And a new position.
Just settling into the race for a little bit now. Oh, Albon's run wide. Yet, he's lost a lot of time there on Ricciardo. I think he was so far ahead of the cars behind.
Well, I don't know what they were thinking there. They're completely off the racing line.
He's actually kept the place. Look at that. Yeah, the drivers do seem braver. Oh, Logan's just run wide now as well. I think Logan's just dropped down to, yeah, another yellow flag.
Let's have a look. Now
Let's
we
just see
see
what
the
happened here as well.
Williams here. They've taken that far too.
He actually hit the wall a little bit there. I don't know if he's got damage. No, it doesn't look like it. Green is good. The plus is good. I don't know what this colour here would mean, but this one here is the one I'm looking at right now, and that one seems to be good. Albon's going slower right now, but then he did run wide, so that might explain that. I do need to know where the sector lines are. That would be helpful. We're also not in a slipstream right now, so Albon especially, I'm going to keep an eye on his fuel consumption, just to make sure he's not burning too much. He's got way too much fuel right now, but we'll keep an eye on that. He's losing a fair bit of ground to Ricciardo. Multiple cars crashed. Interesting. Find out who that was. Safety car.
Safety car.
What's our strategy? What lap
And
are
once
we
you're
on?
Delta, keep it positive.
Copy that.
Do we know? Lap 7. So we're, what, 3 laps early for Logan's stop? And I think we're 4 laps early for Albon's stop. What do we do? Do we completely change our strategy? I'm really tempted to do that and switch on to the... Let's have a look. So if we switch on to the hards, which is what we want to do. So yeah, lap 7 to lap... So actually we're right at the start of Logan's pit window. So that's not the worst idea. We'll just have to go easier on the hards and maybe pit for the mediums a little bit early as well. I'm going to do that. For Albon, he has to go another lap now because he's missed the...
What's happened ahead? There's a crash.
Or has he? Yeah, he has. Oh, let's watch the crash. We don't watch the crash. Who's retired? Verstappen. Oof. Painful. No sympathy from me, of course. Not a Red Bull fan, but painful. So Albon's potentially going to come out last. Unless everyone else pits. Sainz with a penalty as well. So it looks like Sainz hit Verstappen. So Logan's pitted. So far he's the only one to have pitted. He's miles behind the safety car right now. Albon's now come in. It might look like it's working against us here. Because now Albon's moving to... Well, actually, Sainz came in too. But we are pitting early. I really hope this doesn't work against us. We'll save these tyres. We'll definitely harvest ERS.
Yes.
So yeah, Gasly, Mick, Ricciardo, Norris... Alonso definitely needs to pit soon. Zhou, Hamilton. They might come in still on this safety car. We don't know. Gotta make sure Logan can actually catch up.
Okay, energy's good. Copy.
My goodness, don't run too wide there, Alex.
Got loads of energy.
Okay, Logan I think has caught up. So that's fine. Or he's just about to catch up.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Copy.
Alright, so Albon's ready to go racing. Push. So the tyres here, you're going to have
No
to go
safety required.
more...
Yeah.
Yeah, we did come in early. Really early for Alex. Maybe we should have left Alex out. We'll stick him on standard.
We think we can lean on
And
the
then this
tyres
for
more.
now will be... Actually, you can
Okay.
go full deploy. And then Logan, pretty
Energy if
similar.
you need it.
Standard, push, full deploy.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
It's going to be an interesting race restart, though. Look at that already. He's
So there's
moving
no
out.
overtaking until the control line, and there'll be 2 laps with no DRS.
Copy.
How are we looking for rain? 5% chance right now.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
It does bump up again soon. Okay, here we go. No overtaking yet, Alex. Calm down. Who's the Alpine there running wide as well? Ocon. I was about to say, did Albon just overtake? Okay, now we're racing. Now you can overtake. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Carlos. Carlos. Carlos.
Let's focus.
And we're now 18th and 19th. It's fine though, because Carlos will start working his way back through the pack, and we can just start overtaking, you know, Gasly, Ocon, Mick, the 2 Astons. We still have to stop as well, of course. A lot of these cars still have to stop. And we're looking racy, despite the fact we've got 11.5 kilos more fuel than we need right now. Max out is an absolute dream. It's just nice to see sometimes, you know. I don't want to see drivers getting injured or anything, but if he got hit by signs and lost his front wheel or something like that, just, you know, a little nudge where the car brakes, not the driver, I'm fine with that. It teaches aggressive drivers a lesson. You know, they're not invincible. They can be knocked out of a race still. Okay, we need to keep pace with the cars in front, and I think having to go soft, like conservative on the tyres here is actually going to work against us. I think it was a mistake to pit Albon. Logan, I think we should be fine still, but Albon we should have left. We'll see where we are. He is actually gaining somewhat, maybe on Gasly. Alonso's run wide. That could work. No, actually he's miles ahead. It's Ocon who's here. Might have to go neutral on these for a little bit. We'll just see how the race plays out now, because of course the driver's ahead. Oh, actually there is Gasly. Who ran wide? Yeah, I think we should be overtaking here. Oh, crash on track. And we've come to a complete halt.
They crashed out! Here's the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Is that Bottas? Well, he kind of crashed on his own there, actually. I wouldn't say that was anyone's fault, but Russell's. They're really doing him dirty in this game. Tyres, that's what I was going to check. Who needs to pit still? Gasly? Schumacher? Sainz has pitted, we know that. Both Astons, Ocon, Ricciardo's due in soon. Magnussen and Hamilton. Wow, Magnussen's running third right now, but is pitting. So Albon's now up to 13th. Logan's up to 15th. We do still need to hold on to the places, but that's not a bad way to start. We just need to hold on to his tyres.
They've gone wide.
We might shift Albon onto mediums as well and bring him in. So what's that, lap 34 maybe? Because Logan comes in on 32, so that still keeps them separate. A couple more pitted, so we're up to 12th. I still think it was a mistake to pit Albon when we did, but at the same time, he is actually looking like
Alpine just advanced.
he might be able to achieve something here. Although some of the cars behind, I assume most of them have gone on to hards now. Yeah.
McLaren gain a position.
So they've got fresher tyres. I have no idea what happened to Perez then. They have got fresher tyres. But I mean, Vettel still has to pit, Stroll still has to pit, so that's potentially 2 more places we move up. And Ocon. Is it here because of that final corner? It technically puts them ahead briefly. Is that what's going on? Because Bottas just jumped up considerably then as well. Are we going to get past Bottas? I don't think we are. I think he's just rejoined the track. But this could be us overtaking Vettel, and we're doing it on track before he's even stopped. If we can get past. Come on, Alex. Make it count. Make it count.
Use overtake.
My goodness, too wide up Eau Rouge. That's a ballsy move, if I do say so
Good job.
myself. Tears of pride in my eyes there watching that. Vettel still needs to stop. Stroll and Ocon still need to stop. Tsunoda still needs to stop. And Leclerc, but he's way ahead. We're not catching Leclerc. He's 40 seconds ahead. I don't know what the pit stop window is here at Spa. I don't know how much it slows you down by, but I think he's too far ahead. We are up into the points now, though. We have got Vettel right behind, who still hasn't stopped. And as I say that, he either has now stopped, or he spun.
Let's take a closer look. Taking a look again, it involves
I do not trust Williams with anything right now because I am in charge. That's the simple thing. It makes me nervous. Me being in charge of anything makes me nervous. Someone's crashed. Could it be another safety car? Safety car right now, I don't think would benefit us.
Let's take a look at the
Sainz
replay.
has crashed.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
He's not having a good time in this game either.
There's the
They
crash.
love that crash there, don't they? Bus stop chicane. That's the 3rd one we've seen. And yet he's not out. Not only is he not out, he's 5th. Still. Even with his penalty, which I think he's already served, by the looks of things, he's still not in any real trouble. Has anyone not stopped yet? Everyone stopped except Vettel. Okay. So our next pit stop for Logan is in just over 10 laps. For Albon, it's also technically in just over 10 laps. So I think right now we'll just speed things up, see how it goes. I'm worried that AI is going to try and go to the end, although some of them, I mean, Gasly's on mediums now.
Position gained for Mercedes.
Russell needs to stop again, I would wager. Sainz does, we know that. Hamilton as well, possibly. I don't know if they could go 19 laps on
And McLaren with a
tyres
great
like that.
overtake.
Albon's doing a great job of keeping Ricciardo behind right now. He's holding on to points for us. Logan's down in 16th.
Haas with an overtake there.
Oh, Ricciardo's finally got him. Yeah, we do need to hold on to these tyres. Although, actually, right now, we're above where we need to be. For both. To the point where I think we can actually start to go aggressive.
We're good to push.
Yes.
Yes. Did Ocon go past us
Alpine
then?
just advanced.
Is that something that happened? I'm going to delay Logan's second stop though. I'm going to push him as close to Albon's stop as possible. I'm going to push Albon a little bit later on as well and see if we can actually maximize this. It feels like a game of chess sometimes, it really does. George has just got past Albon. Yeah. We're in that middle stint now where you can't really tell where anyone is actually running because of the way the pit stops have worked out. Yellow flag in sector 2. Someone's run wide.
Look at that! They've run wide.
Signs again. But that sign's in front of us. Yeah, look at the tyres now. They're starting to drop. It's fine. We've got time to worry about that before we swap again. We can go long on these tyres now. Longer.
Someone's run wide.
Something tells me we might need to go easy on the fuel though if that's dropped into the
Some
red.
lift and coast will help that.
Copy.
Are we about to overtake signs?
Save fuel.
No, we're not.
Copy.
Oh, very briefly there, it looked like it was going to happen,
This is good. Come on.
and then it didn't. Do we pit Logan now? I think we run... Actually, Logan could pit now onto mediums, and then we just push like crazy till the end.
Box, 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 box.
Yeah, that will see him to the end. No trouble. So we'll attack with him. As for Alex,
We just need to push now with tyres.
still has a couple of laps, but we will switch to attack still. Just to see
Do everything you can, mate.
Okay,
if we
copy.
can make something happen. Now what I don't get here is it still implies that we've got more fuel than we need, but that number has dropped into the red. Which does make me a little nervous. We are gaining on signs though, look at that. He's carrying damage, I'm sure, but that's actually quite exciting. Oh, go on. Oh, go on. Oh, go on. Oh, it's 3 wide through the last corner.
Doing a good job.
Lando's there as well. Oh my days. Look at that. What an overtake.
McLaren gain a position.
Good job.
It technically counts Lando there as overtaking Albon as well, but I'm putting that down as one of the best moves I've ever seen.
And a new position.
3
Just
wide
gained
down the
by
pit straight
Williams.
at Spa. Whatever they've done to the AI in this update, they've made them superhuman. Now Albon's going to have a crack at Lando here. Has Lando pitted recently? No, he's on old hards too. Right now Logan's the only one who's pitted twice. There will be other runners ahead of us who will pit again, I'm sure. There's no way these guys are going to go... Actually, could they go 8 more laps? I imagine they'd pit, right? Albon's on his optimum stop now. But I'm going to get him to hold on. Just for like a lap or
I
two
think
longer.
there's been a lock-up.
Actually, now's good for Albon to pit. Because he's just hitting the window. Do I get one more out of him?
It's a crash.
Sonoda's crashed.
Let's see what
Is he
happened
out?
there. Now look at this. It was the
Is it the
Alpha
bus stop
Tauri
chicane again? It
driver
looks
involved.
like it is. Yep.
Dear me, they
That's
won't have been
4 now.
expecting that.
4 crashes on the same corner. I think Albon can make it to the end on fuel. I think this line here is where we're at now. Or is that the predicted? I don't actually know where we are. Hopefully we've got fuel to make it to the end. Otherwise that's going to be worrying. As for tyres, I think now we bring him in. So he's a couple of laps after, so he can really cane it on his tyres now. If we put him on these scrubs.
We're boxing.
And then
Okay,
yeah, we
box,
just get him to
box.
put... Wow, you've got ERS
That's
for
it.
days, so you can use that. He got past Gasly on his own
Use
merit
energy.
as well, so that was good.
Copy, copy.
So Albon's come out ahead of Sargent. Just
And there's
behind
an
Sainz.
overtake from
That's not...
Williams.
That might be Leclerc, actually. I feel like that's Sainz, though. No, that is Leclerc. Yeah, that is Leclerc. Okay. But we've got tyres to the end now, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about fuel. Still red, but here we can go deploy for a bit too.
Use energy.
Okay.
We've got Logan deploying.
Oh, they've run wide.
Ocon's run wide. I'm going to switch you back to neutral. Keep an eye on Albon's as well. I feel like there needs to be more pit stops for this to have worked. There's 3 laps left. I think the AI is just going to go to the end. I think we pitted Albon too early. Maybe a one-stopper is still the thing here. Interesting. 15th and 16th, though, still isn't bad. And Sainz might still need to stop, or he'll lose pace, for sure. Same with Magnussen and Alonso. They might be a bit too far away to reach, but you just never know. Okay, red fuel means I've just got a little bit left. So do you reckon I can... Because the delta here says I've got more than I need. So do you reckon I can push? Or do you reckon I just hold off on what I've got? We are catching signs quite quickly, actually. I'd say well over a second a lap. I kind of want to watch this play out. I think we gained 3/10 just round that corner. 2/10 there. I think his tyres are dead, Bono. Push hard, you say. To be fair, we have got only 2 laps left, or 3 and a bit.
No saving
So
required.
let's see. If we run out of fuel now, it'll make a good end of
Stop
season
lifting,
highlights.
Copy.
Here we go then. We're not going to catch Lando. 12.5 seconds. I never thought I'd see a Williams racing a Ferrari this hard in the first season. Oh my god, he's riding the grass and everything. The top is the overall fuel you have left till the end. The middle green delta just means how much fuel you're expected to have to last to the end, and it shows now you have excess. Yeah.
Be 3 to go. Copy.
There we go. Past signs.
Good job.
To me, that looks like we're going to have 11 kilos more than we need. We've got 17 kilos left now,
Just gained by Williams.
and there's 2 laps remaining. Maybe I didn't need to take the foot off the gas. Yeah, we're on the last lap. Look at the gap we've opened to Carlos there as well. So maybe still a little blunder on the tyres. Oh, so what you're saying is, so the number at the top here is how much I've got left, and this middle number is how much I would need to have left to get to the end of the... Or how much less than that number I would need to have to get to the end, and that's why it's the delta symbol, right? So I had way too much fuel. Maybe we could have actually finished in the points if I didn't bog the car down with loads of fuel. I will take 14th and 16th, though. That's not a bad result. Again, we'll skip over that. That's not a bad result. I feel like we've actually done stuff there. I feel like we've achieved something. Where is me? There we go. Where is I? So, yeah, 14th, 16th. We finished ahead of Carlos, which I wasn't expecting. We finished ahead of Max, which I definitely wasn't expecting. Plus 38 laps. I love that as well. Not bad. Not bad. For the first of the 3 races here, not bad. Albon's still 11th in the driver standings. Guan Yu Zhou is starting to catch up though, so need to look over our shoulder. Also, Lando's only a point behind. He didn't gain any today. Magnussen, 6 points. Where did he finish? 7th. Crikey. Yeah, we need to, yeah. We definitely need to look over our shoulder at Haas now. Experience here should do us good. It's not terrible, I suppose. Yeah, he didn't have anything from P1, which is fine. We can take that hit. Middle is Delta. Yeah, so that is what I thought. It's just the fact the number dropped into the red. I think I panicked and just cut down on the fuel. So it is the same as last week. That hasn't actually changed. Okay. Interesting though. I know we went conservative, or balanced for much of the middle stint, but it is still interesting how much fuel we had at the end there. That was quite a lot. Do you know what I'm tempted to do, by the way? I'm tempted to make Logan our reserve driver, and then bring in Gasly as our number 1. Yeah, technically number 1 driver. That would actually make sense. I want to see if I can do this. So you're not going to be car. You're going to be reserve for 2 seasons. That's fine. As long as this doesn't promote... Actually, it might still promote Aitken to car 1. But then we're dropping Aitken anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll give you a tasty-ish bonus. Let's see what he says. I feel like he's not going to be happy with the whole... Yeah, he doesn't want to be a reserve driver. But we could potentially sweeten the deal. I feel like something like this. If he doesn't take it, then we'll just replace him outright. What's his patience? Still quite high. Keep bribing him. I don't want to pay too much for a reserve driver, of course, but... It might just be he doesn't want to be a reserve driver, so he'll reject this no matter what. Yeah, he refuses to accept. In that case, it's not really a lot we can do. But I do want to get Gasly in. So, I think, Logan, sorry, mate, but it's going to be bye-bye, Sergeant. Hello, Pierre. Right, car number 1, replacing Logan Sargent. I want to try and bring him in for 2 seasons if I can. Starting salary, I mean, that's going to have to be a lot higher than that. At least 300,000. Starting bonus, I reckon 25. Race target bonus. Actually, that one I might exclude for now. That might be a sweetener. So he wants more money. Oh, wow. He wants a lot more money. He's got patience, though. So I'm happy with that. $500,000. We'll bump this up closer to 40. And then for this one, maybe 20. But we'll have it. So what's the bonus? It's a race position that the driver must achieve in order to earn their race target bonus. So I think points. If you score points, you get money. 7.5 million, do you think? I'm going to try this anyway. It's just for the lols. Yeah, he's going to want a lot more. Again, there isn't anything where you can actually type a number into a box, is there? I might go 5 million. I don't know what Albon's on. Should have done more advanced scouting. But I wanted to swap out drivers. If I press control. Nope. Doesn't do anything. 7.8. That is quite steep. We can still afford that though, I reckon. But that is quite steep. That could be our hurdle. Oh my days. Come on. Do you reckon if I offered him like 5 million, but really, really ramped up the bonus, could I manipulate it a little bit like Football Manager? Where you can offer a ridiculous... Ocon, okay. Offer a ridiculous bonus and see if you can bribe them that way. Yeah, I was kind of going with like, you know, Factorio or RimWorld or something like that, where you can press Control or Shift or whatever it might be and it makes it go faster. Because, yeah, this is quite frustrating to just sit here. Maybe 5.25. There we go. And then if I give him like... Oh my god, it's going up in thousands. Oh, I can do that. I'll give him $250,000 in a bonus if he finishes in the points. Wow. Wow. Alright, I'm going to ramp up this bonus as well then. Wow. He likes the money, does Pierre? 7.8 million. This is obviously going to be the last offer because he's going to reject it, and then that'll be it. 7.5. Please, come on, Pierre. Ooh, well, that's him out. He's not going to want to talk to me again now. No. Ouch. Okay, Ocon. He's actually rated higher, and he's younger. It does say he's not interested. I might just stick him on the scout list anyway. Okay, that didn't work. So what about Bottas? We'll go with a short-term deal. He's surely going to want more. Let's do advanced, what was it, detailed scouting on Bottas for a bit, and let's just take a breath. Let's not give him 500,000 for each race. I'm desperate, man. I do desperate things. Alright, memorabilia room is done. Right, so now if we look at the powertrain here, so everything there is looking good on car number 1. Car number 2, everything's looking good. So we're going to be racy. The new engine would have helped as well. Bottas for 18 million. Oh my god, that's not happening either, is it? That's not happening either. Who else is, like, cheap? And there's a buyout fee, of course, which I've not factored in. There's Gasly again. At what point did he become interested in talking to us again? Could go for Zhou. Definitely not Stroll. Giovinazzi. So he's Ferrari's reserve driver. So he'll be cheaper to break contract. But at that point, what's the point of replacing Logan with someone who's not that much better, but considerably older? There is Piastri as well, who everyone goes for. Jack Doohan is actually considered better, and he's currently F2. Let's have Zandvoort to think about it. I love how a 4 times world champion and an 8 times race winner are now referred to as strong midfield drivers. You're not wrong, they are. It's just amazing how F1 changes. They've got high confidence in me. Good, good. Next review in 3 months. What's this? Monthly car development. Do I have... I don't have slots at the moment, do I? No, I'm designing a new underfloor and a new front wing. Which I'm starting to think we don't actually need. But, yeah. Reach Q3. That's not happening. 15th or above. Oh, we do actually have one driver who... yeah, because he finished... Was it 14th? Albon finished in the end. Oliver Beerman, do you reckon? I think a lot of people forget how old Vettel is sometimes. 35. Which, I mean, I'm nearly 30 now, so that doesn't feel like too old for me. But in terms of sporting, yeah, that's old.
It's another historic weekend of Formula.
Sorry, Crofty. Alright, so we're going to swap Albon out for Aitken again, because we might as well continue to get him experience. We'll go hards, 20 laps. Hards and 20 laps. There we go, that's P1 sorted. We've got some research done for next season, yep. We will continue to do research after... Oh, wow, look at all those penalties. We might start the... We might be starting the race in, like, 3rd at this rate, with all these penalties. How old is Alonso? 39? Something like that. 38 and 44. That's not good for the old setup. Also, it could be a wet weekend by the looks of things. Oh, wow. Everything is way off. It's going to take some work to bring all this into whack. Let's do this and then the anti-roll. Traction is terrible. What moves traction? I guess that moves traction. And then some anti-roll as well, just to sort that out. And then a little bit of... Oi, oi, oi. I mean, it's not the worst. It brings things into place a little bit more. And we can go from that. Albon, I mean, there's a lot of work to do here with Alex. How did they get the cornering so far off? I mean, just by twiddling 3 sliders there, I think I've fixed basically everything that's wrong with this car. Yost, take notes. Okay, P2. I've lost my chat window again. Wow, my PC does not like running this game at the same time as streaming. Think I'm still live? Anti-roll 2.28, you reckon? 2.8, I don't know where I got that from. Let's see what happens for the setup here going into... that's quite slow. For 67 and 70 actually, that's not far off.
We'll be kicking off today.
Alright. Hard tyres. Change the run plan first. There we go, now set up. So 67 to fix. Braking stability is the problem. That can be fixed with wings. And some anti-roll. And a smidge of camber. And then some toe as well for good measure. But now the cornering is way out of whack. So I think it's going to be something a bit like this. And then just a little more toe. And then a little more of that again. That's well within range for everything. Still live, yeah. Good stuff. It's just I think when I resort my desk out soon, I'm just gonna like get the compressed air out and just blow everything. Make sure it's all like there's no dust in anything important, because this PC is running very slow when I need it most. So I don't like the idea of having that on max. But at the same time, that's not bad. And then that's not bad. But stability is the one that we have to move. There you go. Let's move things. So traction was good, but we've moved it into the bar now. Cornering was good, but we've moved it more this way. Optimal, that's the one where we're struggling. But it might not be the worst ever. I don't know what I'm saying.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Oh, and again, sorry I lost the chat again for a second. Straights and oversteer are optimal, so don't change wings. That's my bad. Sure, it's not the end of the world though. Alrighty, again. We'll watch one lap here and then we'll just fast forward. Zandvoort is a good track to watch. I don't have the best of times on it when I'm driving. Especially that bit there. You really do feel the car just drop as you come off the banking. This opening corner though is quite fun. You can go wide and still get overtakes. Same with turn 3, you want to say, or turn 4? This is turn 4, I think. If you look at the map, it looks like turn 4, but you just never know what is and isn't a turn these days. Up the hill. This is the bit I don't like because of the blind right-hander at the top with a gravel trap there to welcome you. There you go, and then around this corner, which is deceptively sharp, and then this corner, which doesn't really feel like a hairpin. It feels like a 90-degree when you're driving. And then this one, which also doesn't really feel like a hairpin. Down the second DRS straight. Into the chicane here. So the first time I drove Zandvoort, I thought this was a chicane to 90-degree corners. Again, didn't realise the second one was actually a hairpin. Let's just move that. I swear I do this every week. There we go, you can actually see me now. And then down to the line. First and second. 114.1. That's going to get beaten pretty quickly. Yeah, 111.6.
Car in the wall.
Copy, copy.
Yellow ahead.
Okay.
Yellow ahead. Someone gone off.
Virtual safety car. Slow down.
Now we need to get the knowledge. VSC in practice though, it's always a pain. Ocon crashed. Might as well watch to see what happened.
Okay, so there we have the Alpine. Oh, a nasty crash there.
So again, that's a DNF, in my opinion. But I
The
guarantee
team
you
are
he'll stay out.
devastated.
No, he is actually out. Fair enough. That's twice now I've said that today. But then all those crashes at Spa, and yet they stayed out. I don't know. Again, I'm just a keen idiot who watches the sport. Seem to know nothing about the actual ins and outs of it, as it seems. Normal racing continues. We're a long way off getting that precious knowledge right now. We're also quite a long way off in terms of time. Oh, big crash. Logan. Logan crashed. He's crashed. Logan's out.
Sounds like a few cars have crashed. Here's
Yeah,
the
Mercedes
replay.
by the looks of things.
Now, just watch the Mercedes.
Or the Mercedes
here.
hit him. Oh, Mercedes locked up and
That's
took out
the car
Logan.
back there. Oh, there's chaos on the track.
Was that Hamilton or was that Russell? I think it was Russell. And we've got a completely, I think the technical term is knackered gearbox.
Yeah, copy.
So Logan's done. Yeah, everything's broken, I get it. Logan's done for this session. So it's all up to Albon now. Chassis and underfloor as well.
We need to retire the car.
Yeah, copy.
Stop slowing down time. Okay. So all the focus now is on Albon at least. He's not doing too bad time-wise. Like, he is getting faster.
How's the balance? Car feels okay.
And again, it
Copy.
sounds harsh, but I would rather it was Logan that crashed than Albon. So it's oversteer, which is still, like, that does affect oversteer, but not a huge amount. Could twiddle the camber. Traction is optimal. We don't want to move traction. So whatever we do here, oh wait, is that not? Never mind. That's not the best. So what do you reckon? Oversteer halfway between where it is and where it was? can traction be optimal if it's not even in the range? That's what I don't get. Help me out here, Dipam. What am I doing to make this work? So I need to move oversteer without really affecting anything else. But everything, to my knowledge, affects... Well, everything except the toe, it seems, affects. Move traction in window. Don't touch wings. So just use these three. So that's not going to work. It's going to have to be all from the camber, right? There, do you think? But then traction still needs to be like up here to be considered optimal. Although that's not far. Maybe that? Bit of movement here for safety. I think that could work. But green is where it was at its best, right? Don't see feedback. It's from this session, and we've reverted setup. Yeah, I don't know what you mean though when you say move traction in window. I don't know what that means. I mean, none of these are traction. So you want me to move this traction. But that's optimal. Anti-roll 4-6. Yep. That's where it's at. Also, just heads up, if you're writing lots of things, it's better to do it in a single message because of the chat slowdown. Tire camber, yeah. 3-7. Oh, you mean move anti-roll to 3-7. So it was 4-6. Move it to 3-7. And move toe out to the left. Like that. Hang on. Start again. So yeah, anti-roll from 4-6 to 3-7. And then toe out. Do you mean left or right? Because that looks... 5-5. Okay, and then toe out to the left. But then braking stability's gone well out of whack. So we'll have to move the camber. To there. So what's actually changed here? Traction's gotten worse from optimal. And oversteer, which was the one that needs changing, is exactly in the same place. I don't think that works. .55, toe out to 0.55. So that's that way. But again, oversteer. Okay, braking stability is better now. Cornering's in the same place. Traction is no longer optimal, but it could still be optimal because it's within the right range. Toe out to 5.5, anti-roll to 0.55, anti-roll to 5.5. That's a very bold statement to say you're going to quit the game if it doesn't work. Are you using a calculator by any chance? Because that would justify the confidence. Okay. So yeah, we still need to get Albon some track acclimatization as well. Out you go, matey. And we'll just speed it up for this. He's not going to have a huge amount of time to do 20 laps. So this better be quick. Oh, tyre camber's now changed. 3.4 to 3.3. Again, it would make life easier for me if you included all of that in a single message, just because the chat slowdown that is on, slow mode is on, to stop people from spamming messages. So it means we've got to wait like 30 seconds between each one. So it's better to include it all in a single message. Well, if this improves things but not quite perfectly, we can still move the tyre camber on the next one. Do need Albon to go a little bit faster, pick up the pace. The fact that Ocon's out and we still can't beat his time, but then neither can the Astons, so... Nearly there. We'll have enough time for a little bit of a run at the end, I think.
How does it feel? Yeah, it's okay.
He says it's
Copy
okay. Don't know if that means better. In you come, Alex. You'll have enough time for maybe 3 laps at the end. 80%. Okay. I'll give you that. So you reckon moving the tyre camber down to between 3.4 and 3.3. So I might gamble here and move it to 3.35. Braking stability has gone to bad, but we're keeping it within the range. I'm going to do this. Tyre-wise, we'll stick you out on some softs. We should have time for at least 2 laps, if not 3. And we'll hope that he picks up extra extra confidence in quali. Alrighty, let's go. He's on his first lap now. Now he's on his second. Wow, he has gone faster.
Good session.
And he's still going to finish this lap. Faster first sector. Oh, Alex, finish your lap, man. That's annoying. He had plenty of time there to finish his lap. Again, we've got the penalties as well, which is... This could play nicely. 14th, I mean, Logan could have potentially gotten up higher had we perfected his setup. Ignore this, because he hasn't got the confidence. Same with Logan. So you've got parts missing. I might just as a... I don't think we can afford a new gearbox every time they crash. So I might just stick him back on one of these ones. This race is a write-off for Logan. I'll just say that now. Your ERS is also broken, so we'll just stick you back on that one. Either that or we say, do you know what? Does he need new chassis? I don't think he does. I think they've just replaced it with the parts that they already had, right? It's not saying anything's broken there. I'm almost tempted to say... Maybe for like the gearbox, we do invest in a new one. And we'll just take the penalty and see if he can recover. Because Albon's like our front runner now, so Logan could still act as a rear gunner. But he is quite expensive, so I don't think I will do that. Your setup probably is fine. We never actually got round to finding out. Let's get rid of that. Actually, I will check. Yeah, I think that's a good setup. So we'll leave you. Albon, we're not going to change anything on you because I believe all your parts are A-OK. Yep. Let's go. Logan setup, adjust, auto replaced. Okay, hopefully that's not a mistake again.
Radio check.
Copy, radio check. Green light, green light.
There we go. Vettel's actually creating a nice little slipstream for us. Let's switch to these. Oh, that was a bad time to take a screenshot. Yep. Damn, camera angle changed, didn't it? Come on, Alex, I need this to be green. You've got a really good setup. Even though we don't know the number yet, we're pretty confident in your setup. And you should be too. Excuse me taking all these screenshots. Some of them, hopefully, are going to be usable for thumbnails and articles and stuff like that. That's the plan. Okie dokie. Green, 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 green for both of them so far. It's good to see. I mean, again, it's the first lap. Why would it be yellow? I don't know what I'm saying. We want the next ones to be green. Vettel 1:10.8. Logan 4/10 slower. Albon 3/10 slower. That's actually quite concerning. The fact that the Aston is faster. Maybe it's because of the setup? Can we check that now? Or is that 91? If that's us now, then that's great. If that's not us now, then oh dear. I might also here, just for the lols, put Logan on a 2. Actually, I won't include a cooldown lap because that would be more fuel. Give them clean air. Will do. So we need Logan to go out first if he's doing 2 runs. Give him new softs, you reckon? What, both or just Logan? Might as well do both. What's the harm? We got time to worry. Okay. Coming up to the optimum time. I'm going to be a little bit braver. Now. It's quite a gap. They're both running in clean air. Let's see what they can do. Albon faster. What happened? How are they both so slow?
Okay, and all the way to 0. All the way to 0. Car off.
Alright. What happened there? Just didn't go faster at all. Albon had green sectors there. Don't tell me that Aston Martin have suddenly developed a rocket ship. Oh, wow. Well, that's a kick in the teeth. 19th and 20th. Something's gone horribly wrong.
Here we are,
I didn't think we were that slow. I want to have a look at the setup. 91.84. So it's not the setup. It's just something else went wrong. Okay. Everyone else in the last race did a 1-stopper. But I reckon we can still go for a 2-stopper and just burn through the tyres. What let us down in Spa was the safety car came out too early. If it had come out like a lap or two later, that would have suited us to the ground. So we could do soft, medium, soft. That's not a bad strategy. In fact, this has it predicted as the best. It's just whether or not. So if we went to push on those, yeah, look how that dives immediately. So I reckon we do soft, hard, soft. That's quite a... Wow, that is a huge difference. So we could go slightly aggressive there. And we could go slightly aggressive there if we push the hards longer. But then our race time does drop by 3 seconds. Let's just take a look at this again. So you reckon this is a 1:28.26. But that's not pushing on any of these tyres. We could just push the hards. Pit a lap later. Pit a lap. I mean, again, look at that drop down. That's obscene. You really want to be pushing on the softs. You don't want to be pushing on the hards. Circuit is downforce. Yeah. It's just quite a lot to factor in. So I think that, and then push this one up. Let me just burn through the softs nice and early. Get some pace that way, you know. Also for this one, I think we run a risk with the... maybe not that way. Maybe this one. Run a bit more of a risk with the hards and then just push with the softs at the end. 18 and 56 for Logan. So maybe if we did 19 and 57. Soft, medium, medium. Oh, check rain. That's a good point. That's not where you check rain. Where do you check rain? I've completely forgotten. Alright, hang on. So soft, medium, medium. Let's do this as a new strategy. How about that? So this one, we'll keep that as is. And we'll pull that back. And then if we do that... Idiot. Keep doing the wrong thing. I think we're still going to have to go like this. And then that could potentially push us a little bit there. So 18 and 50 now. Remind me where you check rain, everyone. And then Albon. So is it 18 and 50? So we want to avoid maybe like 20 or 19. We could just do a lap later. And 51. And then push. Soft, hard, soft. Softs on push. Okay, I'm getting very conflicting info here. That's the wrong way. Actually, that's smart. Because we might even be able to get a full-on push. We can burn hard till 30%. Don't pit before it so we can attack on softs. So this line here, does this actually represent 30%? I mean, that works. Go aggressive at the start, but not too aggressive. Then we go on a really long, hard stint, and then just pound some softs at the end for like 11 laps or so. It reckons it's slower. But I think if we actually go for it, it could end up being faster. I've got to rush through this, actually, otherwise we're not going to have time to do the third race. Fuel-wise, pump that up. Driving options. So it was that, that, and that. Where's the weather? Is it... Here, there we go. Clear skies. So you haven't got to worry about the weather. No rain expected. Soft, medium, medium for Logan. Soft, hard, soft for Albon. Done. Let's go racing.
Now we should have good weather for the drivers are ready.
Should have enough time to do Monza after this.
It's the Dutch Grand Prix.
Highlights might be a bit all over the place this week, but never mind.
And away we go.
Lights out, away we go. And so yeah, look, 16th and 17th in the end. 16th and 18th with the penalties applied. Albon already... Actually, Albon's behind Logan right now. But trying to look racy. Doesn't help we got Verstappen in the way. Are we going to get him back?
No, no. Stay cool, man. You're doing a good
Just
job.
tell Logan to slam the brakes on. There you go. Stay back, Max. Stay back, Max.
Good job.
It helps to have the inside line here as well, I suppose.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Now he's got us. Actually, that's... Oh, wow. Lost 2 places there. Look at that pace difference, though, when you're pushing with the fuel.
Good job.
Not really in a slipstream right now, though, which is going
Good
to
job,
be
keep pushing.
painful. Now we're in a slipstream. Go. Go, 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 go.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Here we are. Just got to keep an eye on that fuel. Bit of harvesting there from Daniel. So we keep moving out as if we're going to make an overtake, but it's just not happening right now. We had a much better start in Spa, but then there's a lot more straights in Spa. Zandvoort is basically one big corner. Up the hill, we're weaving all over the place. There you go, tyre delta, fuel delta is starting to go up. Logan's up in 15th right now, that's incredible. He's going to have to chill out on the old ERS here, as is Albon actually. Yellow flag sector 3. Don't know who's gone wide or crack. Oh,
Single yellow.
signs. Oh, we've
Let's
got to
take
watch
a
it, haven't we?
closer look. Okay,
He's having
here's the
such a
Ferrari.
bad time at the moment, Carlos.
And
Whee!
that spin is undoubtedly gonna
So he's
cost
gone
them
from
time.
second, basically to last, from that.
That's going to be a big blow to the team.
I feel sorry for the Ferrari mechanics. It seems like they have themselves together in this, and it's just the drivers who've let them down right now.
DRS is
Logan's
enabled.
up to
DRS
14th
is
now.
enabled.
Yeah, we'll just harvest the ERS for a bit. They're both within DRS range, so that's fine. Although Albon is cutting it a little fine. But the fuel and the tyres should counteract the ERS. I'd hope. Got to remember as well when we switch to the hards to go easy on the tyres. Oh, we're outside DRS. I know what I meant for both of them now. It's fine. We'll harvest for a bit. There you go. We'll just stick it back on neutral now. So we'll have some deployment still. Has Alex got it back? He has actually got it back. That's good. We have got Vettel right behind, so we do need to watch out. Oof, he went in hot there. Stappen carving his way through.
Red Bull gained a place.
Here we go, that's where it counts. Even if we get past Ricciardo. Apparently there's a massive gap to Stroll, but I'm not seeing it. Pretty sure he's right behind. There we go, .2. We have got to watch fuel, because we're not in slipstreams right now. Oh, Sargent is. Alex isn't. Push up the hill. Let's go. A little bit of lift and coast there. I tend to lift off earlier on that corner and then push through the actual apex. But then I'm not a professional racing driver, so what do I know? Logan's fallen a long way behind Max now. In fact, that's Logan right there. Logan's about to lose a place, which might not be a bad thing because he'll get the slipstream back. I think we need to harvest for a lap. Both of them. Oh, Logan got done by both of them there. That's painful, man. That's painful. That sign setting fastest lap right now as well.
Have just gained a race position.
Got the slipstream though, so the fuel should be fine. Okay, I'm not stressed right now. I'm alright. We speed up time a little bit. I don't know why I'm watching all this in real time still. Multiple cars crashed. Again, that could play into our hands. Yellow flag, but nothing regarding a safety car yet. It's way too early for that right now anyway.
On the track. We can take a look now. Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
Lando. Turn in. He turns into the Haas. Look at that.
Goodness me.
Big damage. So that's Schumacher and Lando. Oh my god.
Now watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon.
Our driver's just crashed.
Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash.
Our driver's just crashed.
And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Are they both out? They're both out. Red flag. Well, we got our first red flag. Race over, yeah.
Let's see what happened there. Now we see the Williams here.
I think Albon locked up and went straight into the back of Logan. I mean, what good is this to me? Both my drivers have retired. So, do I have to watch the rest of the race now?
Pick up where we left off as the race restarts. And it's lights out.
I mean,
and away we go.
Okay. Is there a way to skip this? No? Okay. Interesting. Well, I wasn't expecting to see something like that happen. I was wondering when we'd get our first red flag. And that's going to be an expensive trip to the factory when we get back as well.
Oh, there's a spin!
Well, I guess we're just watching the rest of the race in time 16 then. Wow. Of all the things I thought would happen in the stream today, that was not one of them. I was expecting a red flag, but I didn't think it'd be one of our guys. I looked up just in time to see Albon heading straight towards the back of Sargent then. That's a shame. I think our strategy there was actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it was points worthy, but I'd certainly say higher than 15th. Man, oh man. I think Albon could have perhaps continued. Again, we saw 4 cars hitting the wall at the bus stop chicane in Spa at like 100 and something miles an hour, and all 4 of them continued. And yet when we crash, we're out. I'm just watching it back again. So the replay shows them both going into the wall, but Albon was quite clearly on the track when we switched back over to him. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Oh, we've got drama, all right. What was it? 4 safety cars in Canada. 4 identical crashes in Spa. First red flag where both of our drivers are out. Can someone please tell me, like, can I skip the rest of this race, or do I actually have to watch it? Because this is not fun to just sit and watch it from this angle. Maybe I'm just salty because of the way we crashed out. Max lost to 3rd. First now. That sounds just like what Max would do. That does tell me if a car can go from last to first in, what was it, 7 laps? He did it, yeah. Was it Zandvoort? It might have been somewhere. It might have been Hungary. Or even to go from last to first in any race. That tells me that the cars still need work. And I think the budget cap should have stayed where it was. I don't think the budget cap should have moved. Oh, we have a safety car.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Magnussen. I mean, we could watch that, I suppose.
Now just focus on the Haas.
Who's he hit? What's he done? Does he just go straight on? He just went straight on.
Clearly something went very, very
Okay,
wrong
so
there.
in my opinion, he has to be out of the race for that, right? He's lost his entire front wing.
The team are really disappointed with that.
Is he out of the race,
Let's hope
though?
it doesn't set them back too badly.
He is out of the race. Okay. That falls within the realms of realism. We're only just over halfway through this race. At least we should definitely have time for Monza now. So there is that. Just got to try and find some stuff to fill the time now. Safety car ends this lap. Leclerc is currently ahead of Max. Look, you're not supposed to do that. Abu Dhabi last year, they changed the rule, remember? I will never say that Max isn't a good driver. He clearly is a good driver to get to where he is. But he has had quite a lot of help in the last couple of years. And the fact that, I mean, Red Bull seem to have gotten the car spot on this year. But the fact that they had that flexi floor, I'm just suspicious of everything now. And also, they're always the first to complain when another team does something. Like DAS, for example, they wanted it banned. It just makes me think, are they deflecting from something that they've done? Well, 13 laps left. Leclerc's down in 11th right now. What's happened? Did he pit twice? Oh, they've all... Now they're all on 2 stoppers as well, for crying out loud. It would have been a really good strategy for us if we'd just seen it through. Leclerc's now struggling to get past Schumacher, and then he's got a massive gap to Bottas, which he is closing. Actually, he's closing that quite quickly. Leclerc has somehow lost this race. It was his to lose. Sainz pitting. So Leclerc now is about, what, 7, 12-ish. 31 seconds off the lead. Even now he's 30 seconds off the lead and we're on the last lap. What on earth happened? And the race is over.
Max Verstappen over the finish line.
Oh boy, this is why I don't like it when my drivers race each other. It's the first time they've hit each other, but it's not the first time they've hit or been hit another car.
This race certainly didn't go well for the Williams.
Again, it shows them climbing out the car, but surely they did that on track when they DNF'd. Albon's dropped down. Yeah, Zhou's on 23 points now. So Albon's now 12th. Constructors, we are still 8th. So I'm not sweating too much on that one. Not a great week. Not a great week, that one. But we still have one more race. This is a triple header after all. And we're off to a track I think might actually do us well here, Monza. Because Red Bull, not Red Bull, we're not Red Bull. Williams are quite slippy in straight conditions, going down the straights. Oh, financial changes. We've noticed the potential for smaller teams to be priced out of the competition, so we propose a lower cost cap to keep all teams on a level playing field. Well, of course I'm going to vote in favour of that. 141.2 down to 136. Yeah, I'm going to vote for that. No one else is, I'm sure, but I'm going to vote for that. Poor engine. Yeah. Poor ERS. Poor gearbox for both of them, by the looks of things. New ATR period, so that's good. We can start developing some stuff. TD is affecting Ferrari. Flexi floor was not issue with Red Bull. So what's TD? Don't know what TD stands for in that hang on, I'm thinking about it. You might hear the gears whirring. Oh, Mercedes balked it completely. And I think they've admitted that, though. It's not like they're saying... oh, wow, we've got an entire chassis missing. Yeah, we need to... Emergency. I could say we could do 2. Just so we can actually compete. Technical directive. Okay. I do find it interesting that they introduced the new regulations. Am I going to have to get another new gearbox? Albon, you're going to need a new gearbox. Just because I can't... You can't repair them, right? You have to get new ones. I think in real life, they do refurbish old parts. I feel like that's something that's missing here. So that's your gearbox. We'll just... I don't know. We're going to have to get a new gearbox for you as well. This is turning into a really expensive stream. Yeah, Mercedes admitted that they messed up with the car this year, and they're quite looking forward to getting rid of it and going forward to next year. I think that's fair enough. What are you missing now? Oh, you're still missing a chassis. Of course you are. Wait, car 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, cool. So you say about not changing regs mid-season, but Red Bull and Ferrari managed to get party mode banned during 2020. They technically, it didn't happen till the next season, but they did get DAS banned as well between them. Mercedes got porpoising not banned, but, you know, they're doing something now to combat porpoising, which I would argue is for the safety of the drivers more than anything. So that one does make sense. And there were other teams that were talking about it too. They're all as bad as each other. I know that. But it still does make you a little bit suspicious when Red Bull are so far ahead of everyone else. Particularly after winning last year. And the new regulations coming in, they do seem to favour what Red Bull do anyway. Okay, I think I'm happy with the condition of both cars now. There's going to be some significant grid penalties as a result of that. How much money have we got? 18 million. If I look at our financial projection. So we are predicted to have money still at the end. Yeah, I'm wondering, can we chase Pierre again now, or do we have to wait? Where is he? There he is. Yeah, we have to wait. So I guess we're just going to wait for the either the scouting on Ocon to finish or the scouting on Bottas, which is not going to be till next week's stream. Albon's only got 3 months left, and I do want him to stay. Okay, here's a question, chat. Quickly. So I want Albon to be in car number 1. Actually, do I? No, because if we've replaced... No, never mind. Forget that. Forget that. Let's start with this. So you want bonuses, right? That's understandable. I think it said 200,000 for both. So maybe we'll go 250. I was going to ask, I might as well ask it anyway in case there's anyone else who's wondering. Would Logan get kicked out of the team completely if I put Albon in car number 1, or would they literally just swap places? Okay. If you just reverse roles of Toto and Christian, would Toto let FIA change regs for porpoising? I can understand the other side of the argument of, you know, if they got it wrong, they got it wrong. They should suffer for that. But it is putting drivers in danger, porpoising, I would argue, because, you know, they're not able to see braking points. It's uncomfortable. We all saw Hamilton after Baku. I don't think that was an act. I think he was genuinely in pain. You want me to hire Ricciardo? I'm happy with Albon, though. I'm liking Albon. I want Albon to stick around. How is he still declining this? Is it the seasons? Do better how? Alright. $500,000. So we're paying him $500,000 to accept the contract. And then this is if he finishes in the points. Which again I suppose can be like 450. I want him to finish in the points though, so that's not going to change. And maybe we'll give him a little bit more money up front. 3 seasons? This could go horribly wrong. We might end up with all new drivers for Season 2. Wow. Alright, well. Albon's not interested in talking to us right now. Ah, dear. I don't even want to talk to Logan right now, or Jack. I'd like to keep one driver. You need 3 greens. Okay. Alright, Ocon, scouting complete. What say game? He's not interested. So we're not getting Ocon. The next suggestion was Ricciardo, right? It says he's not interested either, actually. So what's the point? No point. Lando's not going to be interested. Pretty certain of that. No. What about someone like... not Alonso. See, Magnussen's open. But again, do we gain anything by hiring Magnussen? He's rated 80, but he's also 29. Seb, you reckon? He is open to talking. Let's scout him. Well, we could just go in for him, but I don't know what he's on at the moment. That's the thing. Let's go to Monza, because I want to get 3 races done. That's the priority, and then we'll talk about drivers after. So, reach Q3, still not happening. Finish position, probably not happening. And then, yeah, this one. Let's go. 5 mil for Seb. Okay, that's possible. That's cheaper than Gasly as well, which is nice.
Welcome to life in the fast lane.
Sorry, Crofty. Again, why am I apologising to a fictional version of a real-life person? It's dumb. Run plan 20. Because I think Aitken's leaving now, I'm not going to bother putting him in the car here. Because why would I train him up just for him to do a Piastri? So I'm going to keep Albon in the car. And we're going to go for 100% track acclimatization. And we've got the penalty. Gasly's got a penalty as well as Magnussen. We're not a million miles off again. I'm a little... that's crap. I'm a little concerned though with the pace. Okay, run plan 20, compound hard. Setup. What do we change? Well, straights needs to change for a start. I mean, that's a good start. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. It's fine. The AI is in charge for this, so whatever. Que sera, sera. Stability. That comes from like anti-roll and stuff, doesn't it? And tyre camber. So I think a little bit of wing. Not that much wing. Still need to shift straights. That comes from that. So that's everything is in the blue, which is fine. We can always revert if necessary. Alrighty, sim, go. Okay. Don't even bother with that. 51 and 59.
After a day of...
Might need chat's expertise again. So straight away, slap the hards on. 20 laps. So setup. Wow, straights is so far off. So far off. And yet, actually, that's not terrible. I'm just waiting for the catch right now. How we've managed to do this. That's pretty good, right? I think that's pretty good. Albon, 59. He should be easier. He says. Traction and stability are awful. They can both be fixed. Again, it seems to be the wings. It's nearly always the wings. Even though I'm told not to adjust the wings. I think this plus a little bit of that. And then that. Less rear wing. Thing is that the rear wing moves straights a lot. Way more than front wing can make up for. I'm going to start with this just because it gets these back in range. And then we'll go from there.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, I'm going to
Green
skip through this now for the first run. We might do a lap for quali where we watch, but that's it. There's quite a difference in time. 3 seconds off the pace around Monza. It's not great. Who's Logan? He's not out. He's just waiting.
Here's
right?
the replay. Now we see the Williams here. And there it is. That's where they
So
spin
he
out.
spun off the front right wheel. It doesn't look like he spun the rear
team
tyres or
had such
anything. He
high
just
hopes
spun off the
today.
front right wheel.
What a shame.
How's that even possible? Logan, you have broken physics today, my friend. You should be very proud. Yeah, we're miles off the pace. 2.9. 2.9 dead for Logan, though. So he is... They are both getting faster. And they are sort of closing the gap. I think that's Ocon's out lap, maybe. Yeah, now he's gone faster. So they are
Just
coming
had a
back. It's
spin.
within 3 seconds right now. Gasly's gone around like a spinning top.
We've just had a car run wide.
Vettel gone wide. Some green sectors again there. That's good to see. Albon's 2.5 behind now.
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing any more?
Conserve tyre fuel in practice to save engine and gearbox. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about... like, lap times aren't the be-all and end-all. They're just a guide at this stage. Oh, what am I doing?
Very neutral.
58. So that's still
Copy.
crap. Okay, what do we change? Do you think less rear wing? And then, yeah, because you can't move the front wing. 'Cause to my knowledge, there's only 2 things that affect straights, and that's the wings, right? Yeah. So I can't move the rear wing down enough, or I can't move the front wing up enough that then moving this would... See? So I think we're kind of locked in there. But we've got to move oversteer, we've got to move cornering, and we've got to move straights. So straights, straight away, I'm going to do that with. Because that's... the wing is the only thing that affects straights. Anti-roll I'm then going to use to bring some of this stuff back into whack. Braking stability as well. Rear wing to 9, front wing to 1. Hang on. Let's start back where we were. So we're kind of going with F122 logic here, which is no front wing whatsoever. You could kind of apply that logic, I suppose. Cornering needs to move. I would do something more like that. Yeah, front wing. Yeah, front wing is on 1. I had it on 0. I know, I just moved it. Hang on, one more time. Rear wing to 9. Front wing to 1. Again, if we can have it all in one message, that'd be great, because then I can just read it all off. Saves time. So I would say it's anti-roll distribution to bring the cornering back in. Maybe a bit of camber, but I think mostly anti-roll. Just wait for the feedback. This is just for Logan as well. We've still got to play this game with Alex if his isn't better. Anti-roll 5.5 or 4.6. I think 4.6 because that keeps traction in bounds. And then I think I would just use camber then. And a bit of toe. The problem we've got is... what does changing that do? That moves it even further. I think anti-roll there. I reckon this. So yeah, the best was there, but that was bad. The best was there, which was bad. So these three... although, actually, yeah, that's the opposite end. So these two, sorry, that were in good place, I think are still in the good place. So I think this, right? I'm going to leave Logan for a second, because in the time he gets sorted, Albon should be ready. He's on 76, and it's just straights. Which already I'm thinking we fix. Oi, oi, oi. They don't make this easy, do they? I think this, and then that. But now traction's out of whack. Which I guess would be that. Only rear wing. You think? Or literally just do that. Actually, I mean, that's not terrible, is it? It's still pretty good. Okay. Run plan 20. It's fine. We'll revisit Logan in a second then. So Alex, I'm just going to send back out. Okay, so we might be in a good place for Albon, so long as he doesn't crash into the back of his teammate again. Right, one last look at Logan then. Do you think this is a good setup? I personally think this is a good setup. But I want to hear what chat thinks just before I send him out. If I was to change something, it would maybe bringing straights back to the left a little bit. Otherwise, I think this is pretty good. Braking stability is bang on where it was. Traction's almost bang on. Cornering, which needed to move, has gone to the other end. Yeah, it's good. Awesome. So we'll send them both out then. Alright, back to it. Go, lads. Fast lap times, please. So yeah, 2.5 seconds off. It doesn't look bad at first glance until you realise that we're at Monza and the lap itself is only 1:23. Then you realise just how far off we actually are. So we're at like a 40th off in terms of the pace, which is pretty damn slow. We're half a second off Vettel, who I'm sure is putting his heart and soul into every lap right now, but it's still not great to see, is it? Our nearest rival. And we're struggling to catch them. Oh, for God's sake, Logan. I'm glad he didn't hit the Alpha there. That would have been an expensive time as well.
Did someone run wide there?
I think that's the first incident still. He hasn't done it again. That's Joey's racing there. I don't know where Albon is. Oh, Albon's behind Lando. Just going up to the Lesmos corners now. And now around Parabolica. 3 seconds off in Zandvoort. In a 1-up. Yeah, that's true.
I think we've had a car run wide.
That is true. Although Zandvoort,
How's the balance?
it's mostly fast corners.
It's good.
Alright,
Yeah, copy
Albon
that.
sounds happy. Logan's ready to come in as well. $85. I'm going to put that in the realms of good enough. We're going to slap some softs on. And away you go. You should have time for probably 6 laps. 5. I'm going to say 5. If you finish before the session, fine. 93. There we go. We're starting to see some consistency in the setups now as well. Albon out. Logan out. Right, we've got less fuel now, and we're on the faster tyres. So we should start to see the lap times
Who's running wide
get
there?
better. Albon first. There we go. So he's jumped up above both Astons. Here comes Logan, and he's jumped up above both Astons as well. We have 17 points right now in total. We had a very good weekend in Canada, where we ended up
Check
with
the flag is now out.
a podium finish for Albon and fastest lap. And then he came third. I say podium, he came third, which is a podium, but just to clarify. And then Logan came 10th. Which is a very good weekend for us. We can invest all of our wind tunnel hours in research to become front runner in next season. See, I'm tempted to do that. I don't know if that would be the case still with the update. I don't want to go from last to first in one season, though. That doesn't feel very realistic. And I do like my realism. So if it's one thing I complain about when it comes to gaming, it's realism. Logan, 19 place grid penalty. Alex only 8. That's not as bad. Still bad, but not as bad. Alright, no need to change anything here. Start quali. Manage, go.
Radio check.
Again, send them out early. Very rare that it rains at
Radio
Monza,
check.
but actually, saying that, that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever said. I'm pretty sure it rained. Didn't rain this year. Don't think it rained last year or the year before, actually. Maybe it's not the dumbest thing I've ever said. Did it rain? It didn't rain this year, did it? Still be I mean, midfield's fine. Could do a Haas. Yeah, I just don't want to go from last place to first place. That's not really how F1 works. Alright, I've got no expectations going into this. Just to get around all the corners in one piece would be nice. Around the first corner, a couple of corners. Again, Monza's a track. I know some of the corner names, but not all of them. I know the Lesmos corners, I know the Ascari chicane, and I know Parabolica. I have no idea what the first chicane's called, or the second one. I know one of them's named after... Is it a former track director of Monza, or something like that? And even Parabolica actually has been renamed. But I can't remember what to, so I just call it Parabolica. We will be Haas. We all aspire in life to be Haas. That's where we want to be. Here we go down the back DRS straight. Logan punching a hole in the air for us. To the Ascari. Reasonably tidy through the entry there. Whenever I try and do that on the exit there, I end up going sideways into the barrier. So I'm glad that Alex can do it at least. Up to the final corner. Don't go straight on like Leclerc did that time. And here we are then. 124.2 and a 124, round it up, 124.1, let's say. So we're still about a second off the pace, as Magnussen proves that. Okay, we'll get them ready. Send them out on new softs. Don't need to worry about that. New softs. I really am tempted to send them out on a second run, but I don't get what that would change. Like, what would that actually achieve? So right now the track isn't massively busy. So we could go out for a second run if we really, really wanted to. Wrong way. Let's go. So as soon as Logan appears, there we go, we send Alex out. Now we just need everyone to stay... That's so annoying. That's actually really annoying because that's completely screwed us. That there is completely screwed us. We went too late. We're slowing them down now, I suppose, but... we went too late. Should have gone earlier. That's painful. We're starting last anyway with the penalties, so 19th and 20th.
The grid is packed, so there's electricity in the air.
There shouldn't be electricity in the air. That's dangerous. Alright. It's wet. What do we do? Light rain, it says. So, is there a point of having a strategy right now? I've not actually started a race in the wet before, so I don't actually know what to do. I mean, we're obviously not starting on mediums, are we? So, do we just add a strategy as the race starts? That would make sense. I'm going to overfuel the cars again. And because we're on intermediates right now, we might as well just gun it. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Logically speaking, why wouldn't you just gun it? Okay. Let's assume that this is right. So Albon... Oops, sorry. Hit the microphone. Albon starting 18th. Logan starting 20th. Logan's got better setup confidence, so he will technically be faster. The driver experience obviously will affect things. On the current tyre setup, we can go to lap 20 before we hit the cliff. I don't think we're going to see 20 laps of rain. If we are, then we'll obviously ease up on the tyres straight away. I don't know if there's a way of seeing weather forecast. It just says Sunday rain. 100% historic safety car chance. That's interesting. 29-second pit lane loss as well. Maybe this is stuff I should actually read more often. I'm not getting any help in the chat right now. Oh, there we go. Slap on a pair of intermediates and let the race dictate what you do. Stick on inters and wait for more rain. Or to get dry. No strategy. Underfuel because of the rain. Really? I could just go back to default. Actually, what is the... How long's the race? 53. I might go with 54 laps and then just push. From strategy window on top of tyre graphic, there is a line that says rain. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is actually raining until quite late in the race. So there's no point in pushing the tyre, is there? It does ease up a little bit here, but then it does get heavier again until lap 40 almost. So I do want these tyres to last longer. That, if we hold these tyres, should be perfect. If we do the same for Albon. I'm really tempted to overfuel the car a little bit more though. Maybe go 55. I don't know, 54. Actually no, we'll just start on 53 and we'll push. Because they're not going to go max speed, are they? And again, that should be about right. Okay, I'm going to start the race, otherwise we're never going to finish this stream. I think this is fine.
A smattering of rain.
I need to pit a lap 20 for wets. Oh, really? What, because it gets heavier?
Here we go. It's the
That
Italian
does make
Grand
sense as
Prix.
well, actually. There we go. Transition out. And away we go.
And it's lights out. And away we go.
For a second there, I thought the race wasn't going to start. So yeah, for now I'm going to go for balanced for these guys.
Safe fuel, safe fuel.
Copy.
Albon's sat
Lifting
right
coast
behind
will help.
Mick.
Copy.
So it's turn 2 here that makes the difference. There we go. Just tuck it up the side there. So there are others who have started on wets.
Good job.
Gasly and Tsunoda. AlphaTauri are taking some risks here. So they might finish quite high up because they probably won't have to stop early
Let's
on.
focus.
Maybe we should have started on wet.
Haas with an overtake.
We're toing and froing with Mick right now. We have got the getaway on the traction, have we? Actually, maybe not, because he is still right with us. And Tsunoda is holding both of us up right now. Whoa, here comes Magnussen as well. Tsunoda's holding us up, man. Get out of the way. Magnussen nearly got punted then as well.
You're doing a good job.
So yeah, sorry, I just got what you meant. We can actually push on tyres.
They'll come to us.
Because we will be pitting for wets. Gasly's pitted on lap 1. Is he switching to inters, do you reckon? That could be the blunder to end all blunders. Either that or he took damage. Albon now past Tsunoda. That frees us up a little bit to race.
Good job.
I think Gasly's getting a new front wing. He is on inters though. He has changed
And a
tyres.
new position, just gained by Williams.
Okay, there's no DRS, so I'm going to switch this back to neutral for now, because we're not going to get that advantage. We're a second behind Mick already. He's toing and froing with Lance. Let's just speed up time a little bit, see what happens. Tsunoda's now come in.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
So they blundered. They blundered big time. And here goes Magnussen.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
I wouldn't say we've got enough fuel yet for the slipstream to push. We can go hell for leather on these tyres for now. So it is going to get heavier. Sort of around lap 15 it's going to start raining more. So yeah, possibly around here we'll have to change. And at that point we may as well stay on them until as late as possible, which might even be when it starts to dry. Okay. Albon's sort of trying to get past Stroll. We are gaining on the fuel front. I'm going to try and save the fuel for later in the race though and push that way. Because we don't have enough to push the whole race. Does anyone else think this should be a DRS zone as well? Towards Parabolica. Parabolica's enough of a braking zone to end a DRS, right? Here we go. Big opportunity here on Stroll. Do we have enough? We are gaining, but I just don't think we've got it. That was close though. There are some straights coming up where we could potentially push. Logan's run wide. Typical.
Someone's run wide.
Oh, Magnussen's run wide. Maybe it wasn't Logan. Nope, it was Logan. They both ran wide. Track. So water level is the blue line, I want to say. So around, I think, lap 35 would be when you'd switch back. But then again, it doesn't really start to drop properly until like lap 36, and that's when it starts to dry anyway. So that might be when you risk it and go on to hards or mediums, something like that. Now we've lost ground on Stroll. We're toing and froing right now. I'm assuming everyone else is on inters now. The two Alpha Tauris are, yeah, regretting their decisions. Just trying to think what else we can do. We're not close enough to get the slipstream still. There could still be a safety car as well, of course, which would change things. We're not close enough to Stroll to put the moves on him.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
I think it all comes down to the pit stops. We're actually losing ground on Stroll. What's Stroll doing that we're not? Fuel maybe? Do they overfuel? Lap 20 wets and then straight on softs or mediums. That's not bad. Bad idea. So right now, man, trying to make sense of some of these as well. So the engine's fine, gearbox is fine, ERS is fine, fuel load is dropping. We've got enough fuel to get us through the race, obviously. So we're approaching lap 20 now, which will be when things start to get wetter. Supposedly things will start to get wetter. I'd love a safety car around about then.
Seems to have been a
Even if
lockup.
it benefits everyone else.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Okay. Rain is starting to go up. So it's after 4. When it hits 4. Right now it's on 2. And dropping now. Now it's going up again.
Haas with an overtake there.
Something tells me it's not changing.
They've gone wide.
Stroll's gone
Yeah,
wide.
take it easy. Got it.
We haven't caught him. Gasly's gone past us. When did that happen?
Drop back a bit.
There's a 75% chance of rain now. It is going to start going up, I hope. It's
That sounds like
I think we
someone's gone
gambled
wide
and
there.
lost on this one. It's dropping. But there is an 80% chance of it continuing to rain.
We've just had a car run wide.
I mean, if we could save these inters for when it starts to get dry. I doubt it. How's everyone else's tyres? Way better than ours. Way better than ours. This is not our day today, is it, guys? Yeah, rain is dropping.
Is that a lockup? Haas with an
Can
overtake.
still go to lap 38. Do you reckon? That is when it dries, actually, yeah.
Track is pretty dry, so don't damage these tyres, especially high speed.
60% chance of rain, but they're saying the track is dry
DRS
now.
now.
DRS enabled. Hang on. Do we pit now? Or do we assume it's going to carry on raining? Let's have a look at what some of the other cars do. Just while I'm waiting for chat. This could be our opportunity to get the jump on some of them. Check on graph. So it according to this, it will rain a little bit heavier again around lap 35. But then it will go away completely. I'm really tempted to pit them now. What's the water level actually? That's the one that matters, isn't it? So it does go up again here, according to the forecast, and then it will drop down. Alright, I'm going to keep playing it now, but I'm going to keep an eye on what the cars behind us are doing. Or in front of us. Which graph are you talking about? This one, right? Water level. Just keep that going. How are our tyres looking? They're not too bad now, actually. Yeah, we could go. We could have gone a little bit more. 18th and 19th, are we? Sargent's probably last now, actually. He is last.
I think there's been a lock-up.
Locked up, which is never good. Water is going up again.
Alpha Tauri gained a place.
It did say it was going to here, and it is now going to. Stay out till 35. Roger that. Just to check, no one else, just the Alpha Tauris pitted. Pit on 36. It's a shame I can't like book that in now and then cancel it if necessary, but yeah, that'd be too easy. Water level is definitely dropping now. Logan's tyres are really struggling. Yeah, he's way beyond where he should be. Albon should be fine.
So back off.
Copy.
If anything, Logan's pitting first. We'll go on the
Rain,
experimental.
all clear.
Copy.
I might pit Logan on 35. I suppose I can pre-book it here by saying add stint 35. So let's assume we went mediums and then pushed aggressive. That would just about see us to the end, or we bring it down a notch, or we pit on 36, which would see us to the end. Pit Logan on 35 and see lap times. That's a smart idea. See, this is why we have chat. So I'm going to stick you on strategy A. Alex, for now, I'm going to put you on a strategy, which is technically going to be strategy A for you as well, where we do that. Where you come in on 37. Okay. So we can go a little bit longer. Alright, now's where we bring... You've got damage. Minor damage. Oh, that's your tyres, of course it is. So you technically should be pitting now, yeah? To mediums. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Actually, when we do that, we're going to go for...
Happy to push.
Forgotten your strategy already. It is push. Aggressive, not push. Albon, on the other hand, you just keep doing what you're doing, mate. Do you think pit Albon now? I just want to have a look at... actually, you might be right. It's not getting wetter, is it? Alright, let's do it.
Box.
You're supposed to be going aggressive.
Box.
I suppose we could still do that to start with.
Push. Yes.
Alright, so Logan's come in. Let's have a look at his lap times. Not that it matters now because we've pitted out one anyway, but... Albon's jumped Tsunoda. Man, he's toing and froing with everyone right now. Yeah, well look, Logan is going faster. It was to be expected, and it is indeed happening. Alright, let's speed up again. I'm going to guess we missed the boat a little bit. Yeah, they've all gone on softs as well. How have they done that though? I guess they're not pushing like we are. That's probably the difference. Yeah. This whole stream feels like blunder after blunder after blunder, to be honest. What happened in Zandvoort isn't really our fault, but it's still frustrating that it happened. We can push a little on fuel.
No saving required.
Yep, copy.
There's not much we could have done differently. I don't think there's much we could have done differently. Toing and throwing with Yuki here,
Good
which
job,
is...
keep pushing.
It's nice to have some racing going on at least. I used to get excited when I saw, like, Motorsport Manager, I used to get very excited when it was changeable conditions, because you could kind of manipulate the system a little bit and get a good race out of it. Whereas here, you know, realism's kind of taken over a little bit and you can't just play the system. If you're in a slow car, you're going to lose no matter what you do. Look at the gap between Logan and Albon. I don't know how it's gotten to 34.5 seconds. It must just be the blue flags. Who's that in front? Is that Lando? No, there must be Ricciardo. So the first 9 drivers... Where are you? Yeah, the first 9 drivers of this race have managed to lap. Something's not quite gone to plan here, has it? No, what's the point? There's no point in changing.
Tyres hard now, push the tyres.
There's no point.
Copy.
Yeah, between Max and Perez. And then between Perez and Leclerc as well. My goodness. What a horrendous race. So even if we get past Tsunoda again, we've still got to go 16 seconds before we find Lance. How the hell did they stay so far ahead of us? The only reason Logan's not running out of fuel right now is because he's got lapped cars in front of him. Wow. So he is. Maybe they pitted early.
5 to go.
Brought Max in early for hards before it really started to dry out. That's a risk maybe we should have taken.
Yellow exit.
I think we're a bit too
Yellow
reactionary
exit.
still and not enough pro-actionary.
Copy.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
Alonso's locked up. That's not going to change anything for us. Go on, Alex. Have him. Man, oh man. Were we actually the first to pit? Oh my god. Something's gone really wrong then. Maybe we're just rubbish in the wet. Again, we are Williams. It does happen. Please, Alex, get past Tsunoda before the end of the race. We might as well watch these last couple of laps, because we've flown through this race. Obviously, Zandvoort was a total write-off as well. We flew through that one.
4 laps to go.
Despite my moaning and complaining, though, everyone, it would be great if you could hit the like button if you've enjoyed the stream, or if you're watching this on playback, if you've enjoyed the video. Lets us know that you enjoy this series. We do want to keep doing this series, but obviously we want to go with what you guys prefer to see. Stay tuned for the highlights on Saturday afternoon or evening as well. I think it's more in the evenings now we're uploading. But yeah, the highlights are probably going to be... A lot's happened. It's not like there's going to be nothing in the highlights, but at the same time, probably going to be quicker than most of the other highlights that we've had. Yeah, I think Frontier might have gone too far the other way now when it comes to the AI speed.
Pushing now.
We have got the gap down to Stroll by 2 seconds. Still 13. We've got 1 lap to do it in. He might crash. We'll get past him then. Oh, that's not the right button. I wanted that one. Yuki's going to get us on the pit straight, isn't he? Apart from going into defensive mode here, there's literally nothing we can do.
Be 3 to go.
Copy.
Is he coming past? He is. That was a hell of a speed difference as well. Like I say, it's great that people are enjoying this. I'm having a ball playing this. I really, really want to finish the first season. But obviously we are locked in by what you guys want to watch. If you guys aren't interested in watching us play F1 Manager anymore, then we'll move on to whatever's popular at the time. But just know, I am enjoying playing this game. Even though I moan and whinge a lot, but it's fun moaning and whinging. You know, I'm still enjoying it.
Use overtake.
It's just frustrating sometimes when you're at the back. You think, oh, it'd be a nice fun challenge, and then you realise that no matter what you do, you will still be slower than everyone else. You can develop your parts fast, you can upgrade your factory to max, you can hire the best staff, but so long as your car is still the worst on the grid, you will be last. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex. Oh, he's got no battery left. Ocon spun. Again, it doesn't really affect us. Ah, if he just held on to his battery a little bit more.
Last lap now.
Wait. Oh, that's interesting. Verstappen crossed the line there, so I thought the race was over. But no, we still actually have to do the last lap. Huh. That's not right. Surely that's not right.
Max Verstappen over the finish
Now
line,
he's won.
and
But he
today's
crossed the
winner.
line before.
Okay, so that's checkered flag.
Wait, no, because that's him there, right? Oh, did it say he... It might have said he was on his last lap, actually. I might have got that totally wrong. Yeah, because now they're all taking the flag. Oh, boy. Guess who goofed again? And we've got no ERS. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine. Here we go then, round the last corner. Finish line in sight. We could have finished 18th if I hadn't goofed at the end there, but
That's checkered flag.
dead last and dead laster. 40 seconds the gap between Logan and Alex there. Whew. I genuinely got excited when I saw it was a wet start, because I thought this might be it, you know. We can go for a risky strategy here on the tyres and maybe finish in the top 10 or something like that, but nope. How, though? How we didn't get a safety car when over half of the race was in the wet? That's something I think needs to be looked at, is why there are no safety cars still. or minimal safety cars. I don't even want to look at the team right now. I can't look them in the eye. I'm embarrassed. That was awful from me. Alrighty then, no change there. Albon's still 12th, Logan's still 17th. We have still got both Astons and Mick behind us, so as long as that remains the case. Although Haas did gain 2 more points there, so they're only 5 behind us. I am looking over my shoulder. I am looking over my shoulder. How do we do here? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Got some money though, which is always nice. Right, let's end. So, the stream is technically over at this point. The highlights would have ended here by now. But, because that there just completed, it does make me wonder. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. I think, did it pass? Ferrari voted against. Red Bull voted for. Now, yeah, that just wouldn't happen in real life. So 6 teams voted. Oh wait, no, sorry. 5 teams voted for. 5 voted for. 5 voted against, and the tiebreaker went for. So there will be a reduction in the cost cap next season, which I'm personally happy with, but we'll see. Oh, we have, yeah. We've had the good race, the one good race. And we've had some atrocious races. Absolutely awful. Jack's got 2 development points. And, oh, T has some development points as well. So we'll have to apply those. Underfloor design complete. So we'll manufacture, I think, 4 of those. Because we are needing... Wait, sorry. Rushed? Rush would be nice. Emergency... Yeah, we don't need to worry about emergency. We've got money to burn right now, so we'll go with rushed. Just so we've got at least 1 ready for the next race weekend. Let's have a look at development points here. So I'm going to chuck them into... What do we suck at? We're not great with low speed corners still. And I think that's... I mean, chassis is good for everything. Suspension is good for... I think 1 of each, actually, because those are his 2 weakest areas. That brings them up. Oh, front wing, you say? Oh, well, done it on suspension now. Suspension's still important, of course. Head of aero, you've got 1 too. Again, I might as well do it... I mean, low speed downforce for you. That's one that we're looking at right now. Getting faster in corners. Race engineer, oh, you've got 1 too. Feedback. That'd be nice. And then Chris, you've got 1 too. Feedback. Oh, hello. His rating's gone up. Sweet. I am tempted to swap these 2 over, though. So your feedback is 79. Your feedback is 75. Yeah, we're swapping. We're swapping. Why not? Engineering team... I'm going to do that. Didn't realise that was a thing. And then scouting team. Yeah, we're not going to change that. And then pit crew. Do we want to change things here? I think balanced is pretty good. I swear those things I never knew were actually in the game. That's crazy. Cornering for Logan, because that's one area that's letting us down. Although smoothness is not great. Albon, you've got nothing right now. And then Aitken, it'd be cool if I could transfer his points to someone else. But I'm going to put them in braking, because why not? You think tyre change for the pit crew? Suppose it'll make them a little bit faster. Right, the last thing. Difficult race, yeah. So we have a design slot available now. Are we researching or are we designing? I think people are saying research, and I think, depending on how long it takes, we could just chuck everything we've got into it. And then what do we want to change? It'll be something that affects low speed, right? low speed cornering. So a new front wing possibly. Although we've got front wing already going. What am I talking about? That's in development though. It's not in research. I'll see what chat says on that one. We've got plenty of parts. Research heavy intense focus all max on underfloor. So when you say heavy intense focus, so how much of my MAU and wind tunnel hours do I put into this? So I assume here it would be... Is this focus? Yeah. That, right? Wow, those are some big gains. That's cool. So then how much of our time do we put into this? So right now, 49 days till the next ATR period, and this only takes... actually, where does it say? I don't think it does on this screen. You can put half in 2 projects or everything in one. I'm going to do half then. So I might do 3.1 here instead of 3.2. And then put the rest into the other. And then here, put 42 in. That'd be massive. Again, look at the gains here. Some of these look small, but trust me, they are massive. And then, yeah, research focus. So max everything out here. And then development. All available engineers. All 6 here. Takes 75 days. I like this. Even if chat don't quite agree, I'm going to commit. 75 days. Oh, actually, is there a... underfloor and front wing, then in next ATR, rear wing and chassis. Oh god, I need you here next week to remind me of that, I think. Oh wait, do I still have a... I still have a slot, don't I? I've got a new... Yeah. I think I have another slot now. So I guess... underfloor, front wing. Which I can't do because that's already in progress. Yeah, I just maxed out engineers though, didn't I? So I can't. I've got 1 engineer left. So I could still do... I could still do chassis. With 1 engineer. My days. I did not think about that. Because I didn't think it was going to max out. Or I did think it was going to max out, I should say. So I'm going to assume you want me to max these out too. Again, look at the gains. That's huge. And then 1 engineer, which is going to take 39 days, apparently. Why do I feel like this is... Oh yeah, you can... Again, thank you, chat. Let's cancel that for now. So, current projects. It's this one. Yeah, reduce the number of engineers. So let's go with 4. Takes it up to 87 days. That's fine. And then if we go to new project, research. I'm going to do the chassis because the front wing is being manufactured... designed right now. So we'll max this out. There we are. And then research focus. Smack everything on full. Yep. And then development settings. Max out engineers. Chassis. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just seems cheap, 130,000 to research chassis for next season, and it seems like a short amount of time as well, 33 days. Is it because I've already done chassis this season? But again, look at the... Some of these are big. Top speed there looks good. I think there's some stuff there that's important. It just doesn't feel like much. This is right, isn't it, chat? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is right. It just doesn't feel right. Good for our next ATR. By the time we will get one slot available. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to commit then. It's 130 grand there. Just seemed really cheap. But I guess it's fine. Cool. Right. That'll do it for this week, everybody. Thank you very much for those of you who've tuned in. Thank you everyone who's taken part in the chat as well. It's always nice to have an interactive chat. Again, if you haven't hit that like button yet, be sure to do so. It really helps us out here at Racing Games. Lets us know that you're enjoying what we're making. Also helps us with the old algorithm and stuff like that as well. If you're watching and you're not yet subscribed to the Racing Games channel, be sure to do so. Again, helps us out. Lets us know that you're liking what we're doing, etc, etc. Be sure to check out the other content on the channel. We had a really good video yesterday on the next Dakar Rally game, Dakar Desert Rally. Tomorrow, we've got something about Driver San Francisco as well, which is it's a good video, but sad news. But I'll leave it at that for now. And then, of course, the highlights on Saturday as well. Be sure to check out our social media. Links to all are in the description down below. And besides all that, enjoy the rest of your days. I'm just getting ready here to transition over. There we go. Enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. And until next time, take care.